Tina here. I hope your day's going fantastic. Thanks so much for joining me. I have another card project to share with you. We're going to create a Just Because card. We're using the Spellbinders Large Die of the Month Club Kit for November 2023. It's called Towering Blooms, and this looks like a floral set, which could be very well used as a floral set, but all the elements in here create a A2 card front panel, and then there's a few greetings down here. You have smile, you, and hello. Let me show you what I mean. If you were to die cut all of the dies with your colored cardstock, you see how it creates an A2 panel shape. They all fit in that rectangle, which makes it very unique and fabulous. So rather than create what's on the package, I decided to kind of think outside the box, because that's what I do. I thought we'd just create a beautiful floral card with the florals in here. They are kind of at a weird kind of a shape. You see how this one here is kind of boxed off on the top right, and this one has definitely got a straight line on the edge. But that doesn't mean you can't use them on their own. I think they're just gorgeous. So that's what we're going to do. And the colors that we're going to be using are some yellows and purples. I have Chamomile and Beeswax cardstock, and then I also have Purple Mist and Royal Amethyst. Rather than using green for our leaves or teals, we're going to kind of go crazy and go with the purple leaves. I think that with the fall, I think it's going to look, it could look like a disaster, or it could look really pretty. You can let me know down in the comments. But I think the purple leaves is going to be really pretty for my project today. So this is a base leaf, and then you have this piece here where a flower bloom, this one here, goes on top. I'm going to cut this out with my Purple Mist. And then we have our flower. I'm going to cut the smaller one out with our Beeswax. I think that's Beeswax. I'm pretty sure that's Beeswax. Okay, we have the larger flower. I'm going to die cut that out with Chamomile. For my greeting, we're going to do, when the hello, you, and smile are all individual. So the H-E-L-L-O die cut out separately, which is nice because you could go horizontal with it or vertical. But I'm going to actually use the negative space for that. This leaf here, we're going to cut out with Royal Amethyst. And then we have the flower buds. I'm going to die cut that out with Royal Amethyst also. We have the two layers that go to the flower buds, and I'm going to die cut out the base layer with white cardstock, and then the very top detailed layer, the etched layer, I'm going to cut that out with my Chamomile. Keep it really soft. The larger flowers also have flower centers, and I'll cut that out with some white cardstock. And then we have this flower bud. We'll cut out with our beeswax. And then we have these two leaves. This one will cut out with the light purple. This one will cut out with the dark purple. And then there's a vase in here that you can also use as an arrangement, which is really pretty, but we're not using that today. For my greeting, I'm going to use smile. And I mentioned I'm going to use the negative piece because each of the letters are individual. So what I'm going to do is take my essential rectangle die set, and I'm going to take the two largest here. This is a dotted detail, so I'll have some pierced detail on the edges. If you want to use your HEMSTITCH dies, you can, or if you have even any kind of rectangle die would work for this. So we will space this evenly, tack this down. I'm going to take my smile. Actually, that's the wrong place for tape. Make sure that we have a nice and evenly spaced rectangle. I'm going to take my smile. I'm going to place it down here in the bottom corner. Maybe we'll raise it up a little bit. And I will die cut out a panel that has the smile, the negative smile in it. All of these will work really good with the negatives. Everything is die cut out, and this is the negative smile. When it's negative, I don't have to worry about spacing. I don't have to, because the die does it for you. The only thing you do have to worry about is that little center portion to the E, which I kept here. And I'm going to keep the negative in my, or the positive I should say, in my package, because you can create another grading with it. It's nice when there's no waste, but that E, the center to the E here is where I'm going to insert that. Actually, we could do that right now. So this is my panel. I'm going to go ahead and add some glue behind here. And I'm going to tack this down to the front of an A2 panel I created with my Spellbinders Fog cardstock. We'll go ahead and center this directly on our panel, and then I'll put this on my card base. But before we do, I'm going to add a little dot of glue where that extra E portion is. I'm going to actually inlay this, tack that down, and then I can just remove it, and hopefully that piece will stay where it's supposed to. And it did. So our smile is whole once more. Let's put this on a card base, and then we're going to build some flowers. I'm going to just use my glue. So we have our greeting panel attached to our card base. We'll put this off to the side. Now I thought we would do something special, and I'm going to try some of Simon Hurley's Lunar paste. I haven't tried this before, and I thought we could add a little shine since we have some golden flowers. I thought we would add a little bit of shine together. And so this Lunar paste is called Cookie Dough. And look how pretty that is. I don't even know how to use it. But I think what we're going to do is take a spatula. We're going to scoop some out. It's very soft consistency, and I would say it's like soft butter or a night cream, like my night cream anyway. But it's very soft. I'm going to keep it out because I might need a little more. And then I'm going to use my mini blending brushes from Spellbinders. I'm hoping I can use this with it. I'm going to pick up some of this Lunar paste. And I thought we would add a little bit of shine to our leaves. I'm just kind of going to paint it on. There's etched detail on the leaves, so I'm just going on one side. And it doesn't, it's nice because I'm putting this on purple, but it's really soft. And I think this was the wrong tool to use. So I'll wash this out. And I came in with a finger dauber. So I'm going to add some shine to my darker elements also. Gosh, it goes on really smooth. Oops. I'm going to finish up with adding Lunar paste to, gosh, it's really pretty. You know, it turns your cardstock into that glimmery cardstock, which is really nice. I'm going to add some to the yellow, the beeswax. And it turned out really pretty. Look at that shimmery look. Okay, so those are done. Let's go ahead and create our flower centers. First, I die cut out 3 sets total. These two I put the the Lunar paste on. So I thought we would just do a little layering, and so I'm just going to add some glue. And I'm stacking 3 of these together, but you could use a foam square if you wanted to. I think it would work the same. I just think from a side view or from railing that this works out a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to add glue to the center. We're going to add our flower centers. There's actually debossed detail so you know where to put it So we have our flower. So these flowers are done. We'll put these to the side, and then to create these flower beds, we just add glue, and then we do some stacking. We're going to add our white first. And I think that looks pretty, but if you want to go one step further, you can add a dot of glue here. And then you can add the etched layer. And our bloom is done. Now for this one, I'm going to flip this around. I'm going to add glue behind here. And then we're going to bring our leaf to our flower. And it lines up beautifully on that bottom edge. Okay, I wanted to show you these flowers. If you follow along the edge here, there's they will fill in this background area. These, of course, you're going to have the vase down here, but all of these flowers are made to come out of the vase and fill in. Let me show you, and fill in this the card front. You see how it just fills it in a complete A2? I just love that. But we're going to just create a regular arrangement. So I brought in my small foam squares, and I'm going to put some dimensional adhesive behind all of these. And then now we can kind of make an arrangement outside of the A2 panel. Just something a little bit different. I do want to mention the Lunar paste. It cleans up excellent. Oops. I washed out my little tools with soap and water, and they came clean really nicely. So Lunar paste it's pretty neat stuff. We're going to start by adding our bud here. And what I want to do is just create kind of a cluster in the middle. So I'm not going to press down just yet. I want to kind of arrange everything, kind of overlapping a little bit. And I want to mix and match. So I have light over here. I want to add a dark leaf. Let's go here. And I think that looks really pretty. Okay, for the flower centers, I'm going to bring in my Spellbinders Color Essential Gems. I'm using the Crystal Mix. And I love how these will pick up the purple tones. Wonderful. And that finishes my card. Oh, I guess I can press down. I didn't press down those foam tape. Let's press them down, give them a good press. But that will finish my card today using the it kind of lines up with your greeting here, that straight edge. But that finishes my card today using the Spellbinders Large Die of the Month Club Kit for November 2023. This month's club kit is super pretty, and it is called the Towering Blooms. I thank you so much for joining me. Have a fabulous day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.